These are the 20 best Amazon purchases I made in my 20s. The full blog article will be found on Southern State of Mind, where the affiliate links will be linked for each product. Let's go through the top 20 items. My first favorite thing is my under the desk walking pad. This helps me get my 10 to 15,000 steps every single day. I love pairing this with my standing desk so I can have my MacBook Air. I've got my mouse, my wrist support, and my ergonomic keyboard. So this helps me make sure that I'm getting my steps in while I'm working on my blog. And I also love that I have this adapter to connect to my MacBook so I can use all the HDMI or USB things that I need. Then for my bakery, I have this Munbin printer. This is what I use to print my labels for my baked goods. I use kind of a variety of like 2x2, 2x1, and 4x4 stickers, but this has been a lifesaver for the bakery. I also really like that Blu-ray DVD player. That way I can watch whatever movies that I want. I have a huge DVD collection, so I like having the option to watch the DVDs or my streaming things with Amazon Fire Stick, but I like having the option. So this is a video representation of turning on the treadmill. So the reason I had chose this treadmill was because it had multiple options to turn it on, and I had to upgrade because my other treadmill's remote stopped working. So the reason I chose this one specifically is it had this mouse controller, and I also bought a spare controller for that as well, but it also can be controlled via an app on your phone, and it has a push to start button on the end of the treadmill right here. So that's the reason that I chose this specific treadmill, because my other one, the remote stopped working. So then besides the treadmill, the other favorite thing that I have is the standing desk. So the reason I love the standing desk is when I was working my corporate job, I had a hybrid work schedule. So for a time, I was working 3 days from home, 2 days in the office. And I really liked being able to walk on my treadmill while I was doing my corporate job. But obviously I needed to have a standing desk to be able to do that. So I like that this one is adjustable. So if I feel like sitting, I can sit on my big yoga ball. Or if I want to get my steps in, that's when I can stand on my treadmill. So this together, the treadmill and the standing desk has been my favorite investment because it's made sure I get my steps in every single day. This is that yoga ball that I was talking about. So when I'm tired of walking, I will put this yoga ball on top of the treadmill as is, and that way I can take a break without having to completely unplug the treadmill. My other favorite things is I just recently got this MacBook Air. So this is the 15-inch MacBook Air in sky blue. I had my old computer for a long time, and it was definitely time to upgrade, and I've been loving this so much. I highly recommend it. My favorite thing is that when I'm editing videos and pictures, I can just pull them from my camera roll, so that has made it so much more efficient for me, so I absolutely love that. That is the mouse that I'm using right now. It's an ergonomic mouse. I also have this wrist support that I like using that helps to make sure that I don't get carpal tunnel is a very common thing with office workers. So that's why I have like the ergonomic wrist keyboard and the mouse and everything to try to make sure that I do not end up getting carpal tunnel. My other favorite purchase is this trampoline. So my dog Harley, he loves to use it as a dog bed, but I like using this when I'm playing like Just Dance or a cardio video. I absolutely love using this mini trampoline inside. Then I have my mini skincare fridge. I love how much organization space this has. This has space on the sides for like your face masks, your concealers and stuff. So I absolutely love this one. Then this is also showing that DVD player from earlier. I love that this is a Blu-ray player, so I can have it hooked up to my TV and I can listen to whatever I want. This is my professional 5 Plus KitchenAid mixer. I absolutely love it. It comes in handy so much with the bakery. Then I got this hub adapter for my MacBook. So this has a slot for like SIM cards, USB, HDMI. So that's been super helpful with my MacBook. Then we have my Dyson Airwrap. I absolutely love this. I got this one before I got the Air Straight because this one has so many more attachments for styles. So you can do loose waves, tight curls, blowout, kind of a loose straight look as well. So I really love the versatility of this. So I'm showing more attachments than what actually comes with the Dyson because I ended up buying extras as I went. But the gist is you get, I think, maybe about 2 barrels, and then you get like the round brush and the straight brush. I don't remember if the pick came with it, but I know that the diffuser did come with it. So there's a lot of attachments, but I really recommend getting the Dyson Airwrap before the Air Straight because you just have more options to style your hair with the Airwrap versus the Air Straight. But if you're a girl who only ever straightens her hair, then I think just go ahead and start with the Air Straight because that's going to be what you use the most often. But for me, I liked the options of being able to do a blowout, curls, loose waves, whatever. So that's why I chose the Airwrap. Now this here is the Air Straight. So I ended up getting this after the Airwrap, but I am so glad that I did because when I do straighten my hair, this I can get my hair completely done from wet to dry in an hour. It's a lifesaver. Speaking of hair, another thing that's really been helping with my bleach damage is Olaplex. So Olaplex and K18 have helped my hair tremendously from the bleach damage that I have from dyeing my hair. So these are the plethora of Olaplex and K18 products that I use. I highly recommend it for anyone who is bleach blonde. Then we have my Garmin. This is my Forerunner 955. I absolutely love how accurate the step track is on this because once you're walking, it will go up steps by like 2. So you can literally see step by step is how the number is increasing. So I just feel like this is the most accurate like tracking technology for anybody who's into their fitness. So I absolutely love my Garmin. When this one dies, I'm going to be upgrading to the Venue 3 because it's just a little bit more feminine looking. I feel like the Forerunner, at least the one I have, is a little bit too masculine for my liking. Then we also have my Oura Ring. So I have the Oura Ring in silver. I have this pink cover on it, but I absolutely love this. I like that this can also be used to help track your fertility. It takes your temperature every day, and it has different health insights that the Garmin doesn't. So that's why I have both. But I do think if you had to pick one over the other, I would recommend the Garmin versus the Oura Ring, but they're both great pieces of technology. I chose to wear mine on my first finger because I like to have a little bit more space, so that's why I didn't choose to do it on my middle. Next, we have my Beats. So these are my Beats Studio Buds Plus. I absolutely love these. These are very comfortable in my ear, so I love those for my gym days. These are my Brooks Ghost 17. I absolutely love these shoes. These are so comfortable for going to the gym, working on bev carts, serving, whatever. These are my most comfortable shoes. So then we have this Lululemon hat. This one is meant specifically for wearing ponytails, which is so great. I love wearing this one when I'm working on bev cart. Then we have this Lululemon Define jacket. I absolutely love the Define. I have this in like 2 or 3 other colors. I love how it makes you look so much skinnier. So I absolutely love the Define, and it's very lightweight. Now we have this Kindle bag. So what I love about this is it can fit a regular library book, my Kindle Color Soft, and it can hold my headphones. So this is great to bring to the gym where I can have everything in one bag. So in my Color Soft bag, I'm showing off my Kindle here. So this is showing like the colors of it. So if you're reading like a black and white book, it looks no different than the paper white. But if I'm reading like this comic book, you can see that there is colors on this. So I love the choice to be able to read a colored book. Then we have my iPad and my Switch, which I love both.